Got a blessing with my name on it. Got a blessing with my name on it. Hey, what's happening, fam? It's your man CJ Richardson, man. Little late night football talk, man. I've been scrolling through social media, and all I see is cowboy this, cowboy that, cowboy this, cowboy that, man. Even when the Cowboys are having a bad year, all I see on my timeline is cowboy this and cowboy that, man. It's amazing. It is amazing how one team can just take over the world, man. Good, bad, or whatever you want to call them. 17 and 0, 0 and 17, man. It's the way it is, man. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a proud Cowboy fan, man. Let's get that out the way real quick because what happens is, sometimes when your team is not doing as well as they should be or you like them to be, um, people get angry, they jump ship, they come up with excuses, they got blamed for days. Hey man, we are a bad team this year. Cowboys currently sit at what 3-7 after 10 games. Season isn't going as expected, but I'm still rolling. We still die hard. Um, I just want this to be a little venting session for the whole Cowboy Nation. If the haters want to come in and troll and do what they do, man, hey, so be it, man. That's what football smack talk is all about. It's an opportunity for everybody to have some fun. But win, lose, or draw, the Dallas Cowboys are the talk of the town, man. Each week I get some. I'm excited about something, another opportunity to take the field. And see, if you played football on a high level or you coach football on a high level, um, I don't know about y'all. The word tanking just don't fit in my vocabulary. Everybody's talking about the Cowboys need to tank for a high draft pick. The Cowboys need to tank. The Cowboys shouldn't win another game this year. And then once you talk about the tanking, we're talking about we should choose this player. We should get this coach. You got Jerry Jones. First of all, we could lose all the rest of the games. We might not get the coach you want. We might not get the player you want, and it's all for naught. Each and every week, I'm expecting to win, whether we lose or not. Each and every week, I'm expecting the Cowboys to go out there, put their best foot forward, and give it a shot, man. I'm not a big fan of tanking. As a competitor, as a prideful person, I don't believe in tanking. I really don't. I don't think some of the players believe in tanking. And if y'all want to tank, who you tanking for? Let's talk about the tanking process first. Okay, so some Cowboy fans want the Cowboys to tank and lose the rest of the season to get a top 5 pick. What pick in the draft would make that much of a difference for us to lose all the games? Somebody give me a player that's worth losing all the games or play the schedule out and try to win as many games as you can. But the team is not that good, so I don't know how many games we're going to win anyway. But just the tanking part. What player do you have in mind if we get a top 5 pick that's going to make a difference to put us right back where we need to be? I can't name one single player that's going to fix all the differences uh, or fill all the needs of the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot of players out there that I like, but I don't see anybody worth tanking for. I know some people say Shador Sanders, get Dion as the coach. Do you know you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning or hitting the lottery than us getting Deion Sanders and his son? I doubt if that's gonna happen. You have to trade. You have to trade something to make that happen. Even if you get the coach, there's no guarantee you're gonna get the son. It don't work like that. NFL is a business. Somebody's worse than we are. Somebody else needs a quarterback too. The Raiders need a quarterback. I could see the Panthers drafting a quarterback. There's a lot of other teams out there that are bad as well. So it ain't just the Cowboys want those favorite players. Oh, get the running back from Boise State. There's other people that want that running back from Boise State. You have to be in position to get those. So I don't know how all that's going to happen. But since this is a venting session. I would like to know how you guys actually feel, man. I'm thinking play out the schedule, and what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Just like Trini says, we probably gonna get a top 5 pick anyway, whether you try to tank or whatnot. I just think play the schedule out. But this week we got the Commanders. And Commanders and Tank don't even go in the same sentence, the same week, the same vocabulary. You got to beat the Commanders. You gotta beat the Commanders. You really do. We got to beat the Commanders. That's like the Super Bowl for me as a fan, because that's the number one team that I dislike, the Commanders. I wanted to use another word, but I'm not going to use it. Steve Franklin says just put Trey Lance in and ride it out. Well, that's really going to be tanking. If we put Lance in for the whole game, that's really when we just have thrown in all the chips. And one reason I think we won't tank is because Mike McCarthy is fighting for a new contract too. Or he walking right out the door. Now I know some people think, well, we should have fired him anyway. He should already be gone. I'm right there on the fence with you. He probably should be gone, and we should get one of the assistant coaches to take over the rest of the season. But Jerry's never going to do that. So that's probably not going to happen, man. And see, when you're dealing with an owner like Jerry Jones, things just don't happen the way a traditional owner would like them. That's just like the Jets. They went out and spent a lot of money on Aaron Rodgers and thought he was the savior, and he's worse than the guy they had before. And the owner wanted to actually bench Rodgers, but then the coaching staff, they had other plans, and it's a new owner. So it's all kinds of things going on in the NFL this year that's happening. Lots of injuries, and if anybody knows about injuries, the Cowboys know about injuries, man. Demetrius says, what did Demetrius say? And we need to stop doing this West Coast offense. Hey, man, right now we don't have no running game. I don't know what kind of offense it is, man. Lisa L. Boogie says Mike is out of there after the season for sure. Who do we replace Mike with? I need to know, who do we replace Mike with? Brian says the team has so many weaknesses on offense and defense. You're absolutely right, Byron. We got weaknesses, we got holes, and we got injuries everywhere. So that's part of the problem as well. We playing backups. Everywhere you look, we got a backup. Hopefully we can get Cooks, Bland, Lawrence, just back. See, if we can be the victor, we can be the spoiler. And that gives me hope every week. Okay. The spoiler. Let's play spoiler. Let's spoil the Commanders season. They think they're having a great season going to the Super Bowl. They're not going. They're not going. Lee Harrison says, what's up with Cooks and Bland playing Sunday? I don't know, bro. Every time they say they're coming back, they run into some difficulties. I haven't seen them on the field yet. Let's see. I would like this. Merritt says, I would like to see Ben Johnson or any young coach bring creativity to the offense. I would too. Lisa says, you can apply for the job. I would like to. Steve Franklin says, no running game at all. Demetrius, I guess he's answering, excuse me, who would I like the coach to be? He says, Bill Belichick. Hey, man, if anybody knows anything about me and my football acumen and the things that I talk about, they know I hate, I'm going to say dislike. I dislike the retreads. I really dislike the retreads. These older coaches, it's a reason why Bill Belichick doesn't have a job. It's a reason why he don't have a job, all his greatness. But that was in the past. All he did with the Patriots after Tom Brady left was a period of mediocrity. He didn't do a lot. So some of you like the sound of Bill Belichick coming over to the Cowboys. I don't really know if I like that. I really don't. I want someone new, energetic, creative, to get the guys in line. Now let's talk about the Deion Sanders thing. Excuse me. I doubt if we get Deion Sanders. I'm just being honest. I doubt if we get Deion Sanders or his son. That's a long shot at best. So I don't see that happening. Unless something, and then and if it does, it's down the road, and but I'd be surprised. Steve Franklin says, spoiler, I like that. That's all we can do right now. Demetrius says, I like Tom Brady as a head coach right about now. Well, that's not going to work because he can't coach for us because he owns part of the Raiders. So some of the things we have to be rational and realistic about it. Tom Brady can't be the coach of the Cowboys because he's an owner of the Raiders. So that's not going to happen, man. Bill Belichick would never come to Dallas because he's not a yes man. Nearest Roseboro Jr. says that I would never say never. And Jerry has made people yes men. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that he would never come. And at this stage of his career, if he doesn't have any other offers, he could be a yes man. You feel what I'm saying? So I would never say never. Anything is possible. I just don't see him coming. Somebody says Deion has it too good in Colorado. Well, let me tell you about Deion in Colorado. I only see Deion in Colorado a couple more years at best. Once his sons and Travis leave, he really has no ties to it. Somebody's going to come and offer him a better job. I think actually Florida State will come calling after the season. They be foolish if they don't. So that's another reason I don't think the Cowboys will get Deion, because I think Florida State will come calling, man. I really, really do. Tony says Jason Witten. Well, Jerry likes Jason Witten, but I'd have to see, man. I would have to see. And then we got Byron says Jerry Jones should bring back Jimmy Johnson. I don't think Jimmy can do the sideline. Looks like somebody's chiming in trying to get on. Let's see what we got here. It's a dark screen, so I don't see him. I don't think Jimmy Johnson is the guy either. What's happening, Jay?
What's up, bro?
Hey man, we're just talking a little bit of Cowboy football talk tonight, man. The whole Cowboy Nation and the whole NFL world is in an uproar, man. I'm gonna just ask you because you just popped on the screen. How you feeling right now about the Dallas Cowboys and your unfiltered
If you know me, CJ, you know I'm real, just like you, Rodney, and the rest of the fellas. Jerry Jones deserves everything he's getting right now. This is
okay,
what happens when you don't go into free agency and get the pieces to the puzzle to help out
Rodney,
to
Rodney,
help out the rookies that are just coming in, and you get
right,
rid of all the depth and all the veterans, and they're not around to teach the youth how to play the game. So
right,
then they get the ones we have, they get knocked out, and then you got all the youngins coming in, and they can't do the damn thing because they really don't know the NFL game.
okay. I like that point of view. What's up, Rodney?
What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Well, Rodney,
Hey, hey, man, we're just talking a little bit of Cowboys football right now. The whole world is in an uproar, and we're just trying to bring some calm. So I'm having this venting session right now. So if there's anything you want to say, if you want to vent, if you want to get something off your chest, you've come to the right place. What's happening, man?
Hey man, what's going on, fellas? Cowboy
Hey,
Nation, it is what it is. We kind of seen this coming, I didn't think we was gonna be this bad, but you know, there's no need to get mad.
yeah, I know that.
It is what it is at this point, We
Right.
knew it, we knew it was coming, and it's just more of the same every week.
More the same every week, man.
But this week, we gotta come through.
It's Commander Week, man.
Commander Week.
that's
I
what
don't care about the records. I don't care about nothing else. I will never concede defeat to the Commanders ever.
Never.
no, never.
Never. I'm with you on
So,
that, man.
so fellas, last night, not to interrupt you, CJ.
No, you're
Last
fine.
night, they said debris was falling down from Cowboy Stadium, like at RFK or at Redskins Stadium, right? Redskins had piss coming down, Cowboys had steel coming down.
Oh
So I
my
told
God.
Charlene, we heard about it 2 hours before the game.
Right.
There was metal coming down. I told Charlene, I said, babe, it's getting so bad that the stadium's giving up and they don't got a towel to throw in, so they throw metal.
Well, I ain't gonna go that far and said that the stadium gave up, man. If you haven't used the roof, that's like anything, man. If you haven't used it in 2 years, they hadn't opened the
True
roof
story.
in 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Okay.
hadn't opened it, and they wanted to open it the other night. So it was kind of like you don't know what might happen. There's a lot of moving parts
Yeah.
up in that
Yeah.
in that roof, man. So it happened, but
True story.
I'm
I
just a
didn't know
diehard
that.
Cowboy fan, man. So win, lose, or draw, y'all know I'm gonna be here every week. We're gonna talk Cowboys football, and you know, we don't hide from anybody.
No.
We
still
always around. We're always available. You can always find us, you know. So what's the biggest problem you see the Cowboys facing right now, other than injuries? Because injuries is just like the biggest thing, you know. But what's the biggest issue, Rodney?
That offensive line. Horrible.
Yeah.
We got
Offensive.
and it's we got too many. We got a couple of guys playing out of position in key positions. The left tackle and the center.
True.
You know, that's my biggest issue with the team outside of injuries.
Okay. What about you, Jay?
I'm about the same. And I mean, just offense, defense. I think the coaching. I don't know what Mike McCarthy is calling half the time. I don't know what Zimmer's calling half the time.
You're right. We tried fake punt at the absolute wrong time in the game. Oh my God.
Twice this year. Twice.
Man, you talking about it just
And Domingo. They came out today. I called storyline on Cowboys app, and I talked to Nick Eatman today, and he said he saw at the end it was Don Domingo, the one we just spent a 4th round pick on again.
Hey man, tough times in Cowboys.
And we did the same thing with Trey Lance, a 4th round pick.
Hey man, so I guess what everybody is boiling down to is the front office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
General manager.
Because a lot of people always talk about what's wrong with the Cowboys. What's wrong with the Cowboys? The Cowboys have had the same problem for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Jones, general manager Jerry Jones, you know. Now, he's hit on some players, and that's not the issue. He's hit on the players, but he don't know when to sign them or re-sign them or let them go.
Right.
We won't step out in free agency and make any major moves. We said we were going all in. Cowboys fans kind of excited. When they said all in, I knew I was excited.
No.
You know, I thought he was going to pull a Rams back a few years back. Remember when the Rams went all in and they spent all the money and got all those free agents and went to the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking something along those terms, but it turned out to be absolutely nothing. And then it's more frustrating when you come out and say, oh, I thought some of the younger players were going to step up and perform better, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
That really kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. And then people always want to talk about Dak Prescott's contract. Hey, look, man, I don't know a soul, not one, that's going to go to work tomorrow and say, you know what? You ain't got to pay me this much money to do this job.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it for less.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anybody, Rodney?
Nope.
Are you going to do it tomorrow?
Nope.
No, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. We apply stuff to other people that we wouldn't dare apply to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We got expectation of people that we don't even have for ourselves. Some people go to work every day, and you're the strongest person on the team, the workforce, the customer service team, the sales team, you know, the CEO, whatever. And you ain't got the help or the supporting cast that you need to get the job done. So you do the best that you can. And that's what it feels like, You know, when the Cowboys play, it's like we always missing a piece.
Mhm.
We always missing a piece.
Always.
And don't get started with the referees because every team has referee problems as well. The referees this year are slated to have messed up more games than they have in the last 5 years. Because the phantom holding call is coming. The phantom last second on the opposite side of the field pass interference is killing teams every week, not just the Cowboys.
They're calling a lot of defensive holding this year and a lot of like illegal motion. And
Because they can't figure out the
formation.
rule change.
Yeah,
My bad, Rob.
they doing a lot. They doing a lot. So
and they're not consistent either.
Well,
another gripe that I have, and everybody has the same gripe. That running game. Oh my God.
that running game.
You said it years ago. Mike McCarthy is a running back killer.
Mike McCarthy is a running back killer. He
said he didn't want Cooper Rush throwing for 40 times. Well, he threw it for 50 plus. Brought in Dalvin Cook. He played. He got a couple snaps in that San Francisco game. Never saw him again.
I think Rico had 10 carries for 28 yards. I think Zeke might have had 2,
maybe 1.
Yeah, I was giving the benefit of the doubt.
I went on one time.
Yeah, he had a couple catches. Man. But anyway, man, Texans, we played a good half. I'm good. I got to give us some credit somewhere. Cowboys played a good half against the Texans, and that good half was full of miscues as well. What I got from the Texans game is the Texans not as good as they think they are either.
No.
You know I mean, we already know what we are, and believe it or not, the score wasn't that bad after 3.
No.
It wasn't that bad. You know, they got that fumble, scoop, and score, and that broke the game open.
A double fumble.
Yeah, but you know, the scoop and score was the one that actually broke the game open. You know, and it's just so many holes and so many problems. You know, I'm just hoping that we can put together one good week.
One good week. One
good week.
I just need one good week this week because if there's one team I can't stand, oh my goodness, it's the Washington Commanders, and they everywhere now.
CJ.
Yes, sir.
I'm originally from Maryland, over there by DC. I grew up here in Santa Anita. My whole family's Redskins. Then I moved out here, and the Redskin fans are more respectful than the fucking Eagle fans.
The freaking, yeah.
Freaking, my fault.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
I get it.
Eagle fans out here in Delaware, we right up Scott in the jump to Philly. These fools, and like Howard at work knows nothing about football. I told him many times, bro, we already know where we are this year. You don't have to tell us. And I told the same thing. I posted on Facebook. I said, dude, man, did you know the Cowboys are the worst are the worst? They've never the first team to ever have a losing season. Can you believe that shit? That crap. And I said, Howard, because you care so much about the Cowboys. Who's your favorite team, Cowboys or Eagles? Who you like better?
Well, we know.
And he got stuck.
Anything dealing with the Cowboys is big news.
Yep.
We all know that. Let's get back to the chat, man. See what these people are talking about. Eric Lee on here, he got 2 teams, so we don't really he's our boy, but we don't really we don't take what he says with much more than a grain of salt because he got the Falcons and the Commanders. Did they both lose again this week?
Yeah.
Falcons got blowed out.
The
Eagles beat the Commanders on Thursday night, so you went 0 for 2 this week. That's the part they don't talk about. And another thing that the Commander fans keep talking about is this year. What they doing this year. You know, some of these people I ain't seen in 25 years.
And half your team, the Cowboys.
They got a lot of Cowboys. You know,
come on, man.
And here's the thing: we give the Commanders a little bit of credit this year. They are having a pretty good year.
I give
You know what I'm
I
saying?
give Jaden Smith. Yeah,
No, I give credit where credit is due, because
yeah, me
we
too.
don't give the Commanders credit a lot. But this
No.
year they got Jaden Daniels. I still think somewhere along the line they're gonna run him a little too much, and he's gonna be RG3 Part 2. That's just
Yeah.
what I think. He already wearing the heated vest on the sidelines,
Yeah.
warming them ribs up. But that's
Yeah.
what I think. So they're having a good year. Let's give them that. But let's not act like football started in 2024-25. Let's not do that. And also, let's understand that you've been the floor so long. It's time you get up and try to touch the ceiling. If you've been the floor for so long being stepped on, Cowboys own y'all. And until you beat us or sweep us or whatever you're gonna do, we still own you. A lot of people say the Cowboys don't stand a chance this week against the Commanders. And I try to tell people that's when you stand a chance. You stand a chance more when they don't expect you to win. And the Cowboys always win a game they're not supposed to win anyway. So we got a lot of things in our favor. And we own that trash can up in D.C.
Yeah.
We own it.
Landover. They only play in DC. They play in
To
Landover.
be
Whatever
honest,
it is, when it was RFK, we own that
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
DC, Maryland, wherever
They
you
don't
want to
even-
play it.
They don't even play where they rep.
So it is what it is, man. So all right. So Cooper Rush. What did you think of Cooper Rush this past week?
Same as I did before.
he gave us all he could give us. I'm gonna be honest. I can't
Thank
even.
you.
I can't even with no
Can't
running.
be mad at Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush was out there slinging that thing the best he can.
Yeah. Everybody expected him to come out there and play like he did back in the day. Back in the day, we had a defense. Back in the day, we had an offensive line.
Let me tell you something about Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush got it in him to beat the Commanders. I think Cooper Rush can put it together. And once he get a little, he's still shaking the rust off. You know what I'm saying? But he's been in the system for a while. He knows the system. So it wouldn't surprise me if he put a good game together on Sunday. But me being a Cowboy fan, I would say that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't surprise me. The only thing that's not working in his favor is the same thing that wasn't working in Dak's favor. We didn't have anybody to protect him.
Yeah.
Now we know that the Commanders up front, they're gonna blitz a lot. And if Cooper Rush can stand in there, I think we can get a few plays off on them. But if they get to if Cooper Rush is laying down after every play, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be
what they saying about Zach Martin?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard any update either, but I didn't look at the injury report today either, so I'm not really sure. So
yeah, with the Houston game, we to be honest, we were right there. We had a turnover. We were getting them off the field. It's just that we just ran out of gas.
we actually did, man.
In the second half. So if we can get a turnover or more against the Commanders, get some kind of running game, whether that's with KaVontae Turpin, some screens with him, ISO him in the slot against that bad corner like we did Monday night against the Texans. And you know what? That's another thing that I worried. We never went back to KaVontae Turpin. We never matched him up, spreaded the football back.
we had
give him the ball again.
Some bad pass combos too. Some bad route combos. We had multiple people in the same areas a lot of times. But we can't protect the edges on either side of the ball. We don't those defensive ends, they always come in hard on us and get to the quarterback fairly easily. And we can't contain to save our life on defense. So
don't
that's
matter
a problem
player.
as well. All right, we got a hater. What y'all gonna do when the Commanders beat y'all? Well, hey man, if you beat us, you beat us. But however, that hasn't been the trend.
The game
so we gotta see it. You know, it's just like the tooth fairy when you was 3 years old. You just saw the money. You don't know who gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? So until you see who put that money on your pillow, you don't really know. But I know one thing: y'all ain't putting no money on nobody's pillow. So right now we still the tooth fairy, and we coming. we coming. Yeah, we be over there. Yeah, Sunday. I can't wait till Sunday at 1:00, man. I cannot wait, man. We
And
can get
what and
this thing in.
what's he gonna do when if he does beat us? You ain't
Boy,
beat us in
oh,
years. You
y'all
ain't
head
beat us in
top
years.
minute.
See, that's the thing though. Win, lose, or draw, it's still gonna be the same thing. We got a better record than y'all.
That's
We got a
fine.
better record. See, it's a no-win situation. It's just, it's,
I,
it's just.
I think they need to beat us a couple more times to even have a peep out their mouth. Just take it.
I'm with
Be humble.
Byron. If Cooper Rush can get that thing in the air, now they did pick up Lattimore, which was a good pickup. But if they blitz and Cooper Rush can get that thing off, that could be an opportunity for some big plays.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we need to incorporate Cavante Turpin in the screen game.
Yeah.
All needs to come out quick. We already know our offensive line is weak.
Somebody said, "Did we see what Parsons said today?" What did Parsons say today?
He was on the podcast with Trayvon Diggs. Let me find the quote.
Didn't somebody say they was at shooting a video or something last night or something?
I think Micah Parsons said they are still a good team. I believe he said something like that. But you know, you
say
can't.
that for the fans.
But the thing is, when you have an issue on every level of your organization, this is what you get on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
We got ownership problems when it relates to on field because he got 3-4 jobs. The general manager problem.
Nobody can tell him anything.
Re-signing people problems, and all of that goes to the field. We went all in, but we ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
So we got problems, and we see it on Sundays. The results of not doing what you say we're going to do. There was a lot of empty seats in that stadium last night too.
Yep. Micah said we're a damn good football team, but honestly, I'd rather him to say that. It's like a lose-lose. He might have could have said that a little bit differently, but
Right.
like if he would have came out and said, "Oh, we suck, season done," they would have called him locker room problem, bad leader, not a good teammate.
I got a question for the whole Cowboy Nation.
Going.
I got a question for the entire Cowboy Nation. Okay, is it easier to fix the offense or the defense?
Shoot,
John,
defense.
And why?
I don't know. Huh?
Why?
I feel like we got to have everybody phone.
Why and how?
Actually, no. I honestly, it's neither, because we lose in the trenches on both sides of the ball. So, we don't get no push in the middle of the pocket.
But if you got to pick one, Rodney, you got to pick the offense or defense. You got to tell me one.
I think that, I mean, I feel like if everybody follows Parsons' leadership and they pull the right people in, I feel like we can get the defense fixed quicker than, we can get it quick. And then the offense, I feel like we got CeeDee Lamb. We need to have players come in and follow behind him and just build up.
What do you think, Rodney?
That's a tough one. Shoot. I'm gonna say the defense.
Right. I would say defense too. One reason I say defense, because if we can just get healthy, you know what I'm saying? If we can just get healthy, we can get Lawrence back, we get Bland back, we get some of the guys back, then we can do a little something on defense, because the defense have shown in spurts that they can play, but then once the offense 3 and outs and sudden change, and they stay on the field for a large amount of time, it wears them down as well. Now, there have been some games where the defense just came out and just got blown off the ball, and you can blame anybody. But I think we can fix the defense a little bit quicker because of you lost your quarterback, Dak. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Cowboy Nation, they're not in favor of Dak, but hey, that's up to them, because we done paid him $60 million, and he done had the surgery. He's on injured reserve. He pretty much got a guaranteed contract like the guy out in Cleveland, Watson. He's gonna get his money, so you can trade him. You can talk trade. You can talk about all that crazy stuff. Still gonna be a cap hit. You know, you can do a Denver Bronco if you want to. He already got his money now. So and I think it would be a stupid move to do. And I think that all of the frustration, everything goes back to Jerry. If you sign Dak in March and you sign or June 1st or whatever the case may be, we don't have these problems. You sign CD early. He comes to camp. He meshes with Dak. We able to pick up some other players. We could have easily had any of those top running backs. We could have had any of them, but we didn't get any of them.
Yeah, but
so
CJ,
we're here today,
I got
3-7.
I got a question for you, CJ.
What you got?
Derrick Henry. All these Cowboys keep coming to me saying, John, we should have picked him up. We should have picked him up. And I told them the other day, I said, do you think the Cowboys would even know how to use Derrick Henry? With Mike McCarthy.
Hey, look, the way I feel about Derrick Henry is, would I like to have had him? Sure.
Of course, yeah.
Would we have used him correctly? Who knows? But it would have been a better option than what we got.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know,
course.
so
but that's just
like the Baltimore Ravens.
That's
like Baltimore Ravens. When they didn't even know how to use them correctly.
No.
You know, they give them the ball. You know, when they're winning, they just give them the ball, let them run wild. But they were in a situation this past weekend. They had a 2-point conversion. He wasn't even on the field.
Yeah. See, they were on how to use it.
So it's funny how things happen. Oh, and I know it's late too, and we came on a little bit late. My computer's about to die, man. So I got to get up out of here for real. So look, anything you want to tell the Cowboy Nation before we go riding, before my computer dies?
Deion Sanders is not coaching for the Cowboys. Shedeur Sanders is not coming. So y'all need to stop with the Shedeur Deion Sanders talk.
All right, what you got, John, real quick? What you got, Jay, real quick?
Please, Hunter, come to the Cowboys and keep your heads up. This ain't the end. Cowboys always rise.
Exactly. And I just want to end with, look, man, hey, I'm a Cowboy fan. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to see me. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got no more jerseys. Everything in my closet, sports related, is about them boys, man. We're going to rep hard or we ain't going to rep at all, man. Hey, Commanders, you on the clock, man. We see you Sunday, upset alert. Or would it really be an upset? No, because we really own y'all. CJ TV. We talk sports. My man Rodney, my man John. We're going to catch up with y'all next Tuesday. Peace.